Hi there everybody, and welcome to another video. On this video I have this Audi A3. This is a 2015, and we're just gonna have a quick look at the location of the fuse boxes and the fuse list, and I'm gonna show you an example of how to find one of the fuses, and I'll do the cigarette lighter or the charging point, which is these days a charging point rather than a cigarette lighter, because I always get asked about that one. And so let's have a look at the manual. Got the manual here. This manual, I was having a look at it, and it shows me that there's two fuse boxes in this particular car. One, it's behind the glove box. If you look at this diagram here, it's showing you a slightly different position for the fuses, but that's for a left-hand drive car. So if your car is a left-hand drive with the steering here, then your fuses are in a different location. This particular one is a right-hand drive, as shown in here. Open glove box on right-hand drive vehicle cover. So this is what we're concentrating on. The actual layout, it's the same from what I can see. There's no specific different layout for a left-hand drive vehicle. So it will cover, it covers both vehicles, but I can't show you how to open this one because I haven't got that. And the other fuse box will be in the engine compartment, as shown in here. So we have fuses in the vehicle interior and then fuses in engine compartment. And then we have color coding here. It says there black, purple, light brown, brown, red, blue, yellow, white and transparent, and then it shows you the amperes that each color is. You also have a green and orange, 30 and 40 amps. And then we have, so these are the fuses in the vehicle interior. This is the layout of it. So if you familiarize yourself with that figure there, is what we're going to try and see in the actual fuse box. And then you also have obviously a list of what the fuses cover. So what you can do is pause the video if you're looking for a specific fuse and have a look at the video. If you ask me which fuse is for what, I won't be able to tell you because I don't memorize this, and also I don't have the car with me 24/7, which means you have to do a little bit of homework yourself. So just have a look at the video, pause the video, and look at the fuse list that I'm showing you here. Also, something to remember is that some vehicles will have maybe more fuses or slightly different location or positioning of the fuse, and that's because if your car has electric seats, heated seats and extras and whatnot, and this particular one doesn't have that, then it might differ slightly. So here's the second part of the fuses for the interior: F35, F36, F37 and so on. And like I said, in this particular video I'm going to show you how to find F40 in this case, because F40 is the cigarette lighter electrical socket. And so F40, if you look in this diagram here, it's this fuse here, and that's what we need to look for. You will also notice that there are some R1s here, R1, R2, R3. Those are relays. Unfortunately, the actual fuse listing here doesn't tell me what these relays are for. So again, if you ask me what relay number 2 is for, I won't know. That's something that you may need to research on Google. So that's what we have for the interior, and this is what we have for the engine compartment. Again, this is the layout, and again there are some relays there, and then the list of fuses starts here. Okay, having shown you that, we're gonna look for fuse F40 here, which is on the interior fuse box, and we're going to try and work out how this layout is positioned in there. So if you go in here, there is this cover. If you pull it out, it will pop out, and then in there is the fuse box. And again, you may notice that some fuses are not there. They don't actually are in place. That doesn't mean they are missing. It just means those particular functions may not be available for this particular model. So you may have extra fuses on your car, so it doesn't mean there's something wrong. So let's find out how this layout is positioned. So if you look at some of the fuses, the larger fuses, like we have a 40 amp on the left hand side and a 30 amp sitting below, and also, okay, I just got the light on here because I want you to see that the fuses are actually numbered, but they're really small, difficult to see from the phone, but I'll try to zoom in, and you can just notice the numbers there. So we have F36, F37, F38, 39 will be the green one there, and now you can see that fuse F40 will be that yellow 20 amp fuse. Then you have fuse F41, and then, which is not there, and then fuse F42, which will be a 40 amp fuse. You can also see fuse F50, which is not there either. So as you can see, we have fuse numbers. So in this case scenario, the cigarette lighter one will be that yellow fuse there. And then you have these smaller fuses as well at the top, those little fuses. Again, they are numbered. I can see the last one there is F11. Well, not the last one, but the one in between the yellow and blue there is F11, which means you have to the left F10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and so on. And then you have F11, F12 will be the blue one, F13 is not there, and that green one there, 30 amp fuse, will be F14. Then you have the large green fuse there. Again, you can just you need to follow it really. You need to follow it as you go along, but you can now see You can now see here on your list that large green fuse will most likely be F31 there. So you can see now the layout, how that box in there is laid out. So the way you see it here, like this, it's how it's placed in there. You can just about see the fuses up here that we were seeing, F10, 11 and so on. And you can't quite see F2, it's a little bit hidden. And even the relays I couldn't see. It might not be that they're there or they're sitting a little bit higher. So I can't really see them. So again, it might just be that they're not there, those particular relays. You can see there's one here. But I can't really feel any other relays in there. And so that's pretty much that gives you an idea of how you can find the fuses that you might be looking for. So let's go on, let's move on to the engine bay now, and let's have a look at the fuses there. So again, you have your layout there. So if you get the bonnet open, you will find this cover sitting on the right hand side of the engine bay, or next to the battery here. And if you press these clips on the sides, you'll be able to get this cover out. In here there is a key. That key helps you pull out fuses. It's like a little pair of pliers. One side is for the micro fuses and the other side is for the larger fuses. Now this box seems a little bit more complete. It's got some relays. So in this case scenario, I'm just holding the book upside down because this part here it's this part here, and then you have the relays up here, 1, 2, and then you have a fuse there, F24 from what I can see here, F24. And that way you can tell that the fuses here, F3 to F10, will be these ones here, F3, F10. Then we have another relay and another relay, and then 2 fuses there, F1 and F2, and that would be the 2 F1 and F2 relays and so on. So that's more or less how you can navigate your fuse box there. And you may be able to notice as well, in here shows you fuse F31 to F38 don't actually exist, and these 3 relays don't actually exist either. So again, the reason they may not exist on this particular model is because certain features may not actually be fitted to this vehicle. So same goes for the fuse box in the interior of the car. So having done that, this is the actual model we're talking about, Audi A3 2015. So hope this video helps. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.